In an exclusive interview in 2025, Elon Musk faced tough questions about his past, future, and the challenges ahead. His demeanor was unfiltered, speaking with raw honesty that took the audience by surprise. Musk began by addressing the common perception of him as a tech mogul or billionaire entrepreneur. "I'm not in it for the fame or the glory," Musk said. "I'm in it because we have to make a future worth living for." His words echoed the mission he set out on years ago, to make humanity a multiplanetary species. The interviewer posed the question, "What keeps you awake at night?" Musk didn't hesitate. "The fragility of our civilization," he replied. "We've come so far, but one major disaster, and we're back to square one." The crowd remained silent. The gravity of his statement hit them hard. "Do you ever fear failure?" the interviewer asked. Musk's eyes narrowed. "I fail all the time. Every day is a learning experience. But I try to fail quickly and learn faster." He shared stories of SpaceX's early failures, including rockets exploding and the doubts he faced. "Failure is not something to avoid," Musk continued. "It's something to embrace because it's where the most valuable lessons lie." When asked about Tesla's relentless push for electric vehicles, Musk admitted, "It's been harder than I ever expected. The road to sustainability is full of roadblocks. People love gas-powered cars. Changing that mindset is a monumental task." But he didn't dwell on the hardships. Instead, Musk quickly moved on to the importance of innovation. "We need breakthroughs, not just in technology, but in how we think about the world. People cling to the status quo, but that's not how progress happens." The interviewer pressed him about the criticisms Musk often faces, both personally and professionally. "I've been called a lot of things," Musk said with a chuckle. "The key is not caring about what people think, but about what we're building." He noted how being outspoken has sometimes cost him, both in terms of public perception and business setbacks. "I've lost investors, lost support, but I've never lost my vision, and that's what keeps me going." "Your companies are changing the world. But what does success mean to you?" the interviewer asked. Musk leaned forward, his tone more serious. "Success isn't measured in dollars or accolades. It's about impact. Are we moving the needle in a positive direction?" He continued, "If we make electric cars the norm, if we build a colony on Mars, if we solve climate change, then we've succeeded." There was a pause before Musk added, "But even then, we're still just beginning." He spoke about the importance of pushing limits, questioning established systems, and taking risks. "You can't build something transformative without going through hell," he said, recalling how SpaceX almost collapsed due to financial troubles. "I had to put up my own money to keep SpaceX alive. A lot of people thought I was crazy. Maybe I was. But here we are, a company that's been to Mars and back." The conversation shifted to the controversial aspects of Musk's life, including his social media presence. "You're known for your Twitter rants and bold statements. Is that part of the brand or just you being you?" Musk shrugged. "It's just me. I'm not going to be fake for anyone. I don't have a filter." "Is that a blessing or a curse?" the interviewer pressed. Musk smiled. "Both. It's tough, but it's also freeing. I'd rather be real than liked." He acknowledged the backlash his words often received, but stood by his principle of honesty. "People would rather hear me say what they want than the truth, and that's the problem. We need more truth." As the discussion continued, Musk reflected on the future of artificial intelligence. "AI is the most powerful tool we've ever created, but it's also the most dangerous. The potential is immense, but so is the risk. If we're not careful, we could unleash something we can't control." His tone softened when talking about the possibilities AI could offer, especially in the fields of medicine and space exploration. "If we use it right, AI could help us solve some of humanity's most pressing issues, but it's a fine line." "Are you worried about the rapid development of AI?" the interviewer asked. "I am. We need regulations. We need oversight. Without it, we might end up creating a monster." The conversation took a turn toward his personal life, something Musk rarely discusses in such detail. "You've been married multiple times and have a family. How do you balance that with your work?" Musk sighed. It's tough. I'm not the best at balancing work and life. I'm not perfect. I've made mistakes. He admitted that his relentless drive often took a toll on his relationships, but he emphasized his commitment to his children. Elon, thank you for joining us today. You've always been one to speak your mind, but what we're hearing from you lately is more raw and unapologetic than ever. What's driving this shift? Musk leans back, pauses, then speaks calmly. Look, I'm not here to entertain people with sugar-coated nonsense. The world is a mess, and I've spent too many years trying to play the nice guy, trying to please everyone. But it doesn't work. People want to hear the truth, even if it's uncomfortable. Interviewer. All right, let's get straight into it then. You've recently said that humanity is at a tipping point. What does that mean? Are we really on the edge of something catastrophic? Musk. Yes, absolutely. We're pushing the planet and society to the brink. Climate change, resource depletion, political polarization, economic inequality. These things don't magically fix themselves. We're at a crossroads. Either we move forward with bold actions, or we spiral into chaos. And frankly, I don't know if we can fix it. Interviewer. But you're working on solutions. With SpaceX, Neuralink, Tesla, do you still believe those ventures can save us? Musk. Can they? Maybe, but it's not a guarantee. I'm trying to push us towards becoming a multiplanetary species, and I'm still pushing for sustainable energy. But here's the truth. If we don't radically shift our mindset, none of it matters. The technology is there. It's the humans that are the problem. Interviewer. Speaking of the tech, you've made some controversial moves recently, like the shift towards full autonomy at Tesla, Neuralink's brain-computer interface, and your very outspoken stance on AI. How do you balance your optimism for these technologies with the potential dangers? Musk. You can't balance optimism with the risk when it comes to something as powerful as AI. Look, I said we should regulate AI a decade ago. People thought I was a doomsayer. Well, guess what? We're already seeing AI's ability to disrupt jobs, politics, even our personal lives. The real danger is not having control over it when it inevitably outpaces us. People don't realize that we're already in the Wild West phase with AI. And in a few years, it might be too late to put the genie back in the bottle. Interviewer. There's been a lot of speculation about your own role in AI development. Many say that your work with Neuralink could potentially lead to a kind of superhuman intelligence. Are you trying to create the next stage of evolution? Musk. Maybe. Maybe I am. But here's the thing. If we don't evolve, if we don't use technology to enhance ourselves, we risk getting left behind by machines. It's not about creating superhumans. It's about staying relevant. I'm not saying I have the answers, but the alternative is terrifying. Imagine a world where humanity is obsolete because we didn't adapt fast enough. That's the reality we're facing. Interviewer. Let's talk about leadership for a moment. You're known for being demanding. Some say borderline impossible to work with. Do you think that's a necessary part of being a visionary leader? Musk. Being a visionary isn't about making friends. It's about doing what's necessary. People like to romanticize leadership, but the truth is, it's brutal. You have to make decisions that no one else wants to make. You have to push people to their limits. And yeah, sometimes they'll hate you for it. But if you're not willing to be hated for the right reasons, you're not really leading. You're just managing. And I'm not interested in managing. Interviewer. Is that why you've had so many public conflicts? With the media, with government regulators, with even your own employees? Musk. Exactly. I'm not here to play nice with people who don't understand the stakes. The media loves to paint me as this eccentric billionaire with an ego problem. But the truth is, I'm trying to get people to wake up. The world isn't some cozy place where we can all just have nice conversations. It's messy, and sometimes you have to break a few eggs to make the omelet. If I make a few enemies along the way, so be it. Interviewer. Some have said that your approach, especially with social media and your Twitter, now X influence, has made you a polarizing figure. You've made some bold statements that have sparked backlash. Do you regret any of it? Musk. No, I don't regret anything. Look, I've always said what's on my mind, even when it's not popular. People have to realize that the truth isn't always comfortable. We're living in a time where everyone's tiptoeing around each other, trying to avoid stepping on toes. And I'm here to tell people that they need to get over it. If you can't handle someone telling you the hard truth, then maybe you're not ready for the future. Interviewer: you've made headlines recently for your thoughts on global politics, particularly your stance on the future of democracy and capitalism.